Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back today to a different kind of video. Today I'm going to be going over my thoughts of Game of Thrones Season 8 Episode 1. I'm not going to break down the whole episode, but I'm just going to highlight the key things that happened, give you my thoughts. So we're just going to jump straight into it because, I don't want to ramble on. You know what? Heads up though, if you haven't seen the episode, don't watch this video because there is going to be spoilers, okay? Okay, reason I've got a pen in my hand is because I took notes. I watched it twice, so I took notes. So anyway, to start off with, there is a new title sequence. I think a lot of us knew that by now. It's good. It's good. It's hard to explain it if you haven't seen it. It's kind of like the same, but a little bit different, and the differences are noticeable. It's definitely spruced up. I think they needed that. I think to define the last season. I think they've done well in doing that. But you'll have to watch it really to see it yourself because I'm not going to talk through the whole of the title sequence. But it's good. I like it. Anyway, the opening scene of the episode reminded me so much of Season 1, Episode 1, where Bran is climbing to get a view of King Robert and Queen Cersei arriving at Winterfell. Obviously, it wasn't Bran who was climbing. It was just a peasant boy, whatever you want to call him, just a random extra boy climbing. And obviously, instead of it being Robert and Cersei, it's Jon and Dany arriving with the Unsullied army, the Dothraki army. Arya's there. She sees Jon. She doesn't call out. They have their reunion later. And that's basically it. They basically arrive. There's a little bit of tension between Sansa and Dany, which I think we all expected was going to happen. I think as the episodes go on, that will fizzle out because there's bigger stories to tell. Anyway, then there's a few little sequences, little talking about how the North aren't happy with Jon and whatnot. But the main other things are the reunions that happened. There were a lot of reunions that happened, and some of them touched the heart. Some of them pulled at the heartstrings. Alright. So to start off with, we had Jon and Bran. Obviously, Bran is complete Zen mode right now. So Jon's all lovey-dovey, gives him a right big kiss, but Bran just kind of sits there like he did in all the others. He's Zen, he's transcended. Then we had the one that I think everybody was waiting for, and that was Jon and Arya, and I had to fight back the tears. I literally had to fight back the tears on this reunion. They compare, they ask. Well, she kind of shows that she's still got Needle, and Jon asks if he used it. Dumb question. And then he shows Longclaw because Jon and Arya have had that bond because they were both outsiders in the family. They both felt like they didn't fit in, and they definitely formed a very strong relationship. So I hope that relationship carries on. But it did seem like Arya was defending Sansa to Jon now, and to me, when she hugged him last time, and she says, Jon says we're family, we're family too, and Arya says, yeah, always remember that. I think that they know, everybody knows about Jon's parentage. Bran might have told them, except Jon at that point. I think that's what I got from it anyway. Then we had Jon and Sam, and that was just, I love Sam. He's one of my favourites in the series. So it was good to see them reunite, and I'll talk a bit more about theirs because when they reunited, big things happened. Then we had Arya with the Hound and Gendry in one scene. It's cool to see Arya and the Hound. That's kind of what it is. And then it was cool to see Arya and Gendry again. I think there's a little bit of flirting going on there, but and then we had Tyrion and Sansa. That was kind of a one that I wasn't too bothered about, but it's cool to see. And then there was another reunion, but I'll talk about it at the end because it was the final shot. Um, then there was a few scenes, and then we had the big, probably the big epic shot like sequence of the episode, and that was when Jon rides Rhaegar. I think a lot of people expected him to in this season. It was put out there that Jon would ride a dragon, and that dragon would probably be Rhaegar, because, well, spoilers, his father's name. But yeah, so he rides the dragon. It's an epic sequence of him and Daenerys kind of, riding. Jon looks shit scared, as anybody would be if they're not used to riding a bloody dragon. And then at the end of that sequence, I think he rode the mother of dragons, if you get what I mean. If you've seen the episode, you know what I mean. With the dragons watching, which, whatever you're into. And then we have the big sort of character arc scene, I would say. And that was when Jon and Sam reunited. It was involved in that scene. Jon learns the truth about his parents, about him being the son of Rhaegar and Lyanna, the true heir to the Iron Throne. And it's funny because his initial thoughts were, I don't want to be king. I never wanted to be king. Instead of, I think everyone else's initial thoughts might have been, oh shit, I've been banging my aunt. I guess that's just it is in line with Jon's character. He is always thinking about thing. And a quick side note, just before that scene, Sam learns that Daenerys burnt Randall and Dickon Tarly in the previous season, and I think that kind of sways his decision to try and push Jon to claim the throne, because Jon says it's treason, but Sam says, you gave up your title to save your people, would she do the same? So I think there's a little bit of resentment there from Sam, and that's understandable, even though his father was a dick to him. But hey. And then we did have a few sequences in King's Landing, but they weren't nothing big. Euron, fuck the Queen, Cersei, basically. What's his name? Theon? Yeah, Theon Greyjoy saved Yara. Theon's going to head to Winterfell by the looks of it to fight alongside everybody, whereas Yara's going to retake the Iron Islands, and the whole idea behind it is Euron's down at King's Landing so she can retake the Iron Islands, and then if they do lose up north, they have somewhere to flee. But the Golden Company arrives in King's Landing, and I've got a sneaky feeling that Cersei hasn't told them about the Army of the Dead, because I don't know why, but I just feel like if she had told them, hey, you're not only going to be fighting, the North and this Dragon Queen, you might be fighting an army of hundreds of thousands of dead, they might have turned back the other way. So I don't think she has, and I think that's going to play out if the Battle of Winterfell doesn't go the way we planned and they lose, and the Night King keeps heading south. I think the Golden Company will peace out, or they will swap, or they'll do something. I just don't think they'll be loyal to Cersei the whole way through the season. I think something's going to happen there. And touching on that, Bronn, don't kill Tyrion and Jaime. I swear to God, I don't think he will do it, but if he does it, that'll piss me off. You'll know what I mean if you seen the thing. And there were no elephants with the Golden Company. A lot of people thought because the Golden Company was being introduced, we'd finally get to see maybe elephants in Westeros. But that's not to be. Probably from a practical standpoint, they did kind of play it in the episode that elephants don't fare well on long sea journeys, but it's probably a practical thing that they couldn't really do. And then we get a little sort of eerie sequence when Tormund, Beric and Ed from the Night's Watch meet up at, it's not Carhold because that's the Karstarks. Hearth, the last Hearth is the Umbers one, I think. I think, or I've got that the wrong way around. Let me know in the comments. But I think it's the last half. Ned Umber gets sent to go and get his people and bring them to Winterfell. But when Tormund and that lot arrive, drop my fucking pen. You know, everybody's slaughtered. The Night King has made it past the last half and has slaughtered everybody. Everybody's, you know, obviously become dead and wandered off with him. But you could tell that there was definitely, you know, a slaughter that happened there. And the thing that I did not, well, I expected Ned Umber to die when she sent him away, but the way they did it, holy shit, that scared the crap out of me. He was basically pinned up against the wall in the centre of the spiral sort of sign that's been played through the whole of the seasons. It was there again, and just as they were about to turn away from him, because you know he had his arms chopped off and was hanging there, he came alive as a white, and his scream, oh my god, it was blood curdling. It was really blood curdling. I definitely shit myself. And then obviously Beric, and he burns, and then you get that spiral sequence. So yeah, they're basically dead, and the Night King's past the last half now. But I think the Karstarks did make it to Winterfell. So yeah, and then the last final shot, which I'll talk about, is when Jaime arrives at Winterfell. He sees Bran. Bran sees him. They lock eyes. They're running. Oh well, they can't run. Damn! I messed up that joke. Oh fuck it. Basically, they locked eyes, and obviously, there's going to be a bit of tension there. I don't think Bran's going to be bothered. I really don't, because his whole Zen state, like, I don't think he's going to be bothered. He'll just go, you know what? You pushed me, but it led me to this. It was my destiny all along. Let bygones be bygones. But I think Jaime will blame himself. I really do think, because of the arc of Jaime, he's redeeming himself. I do think you could say in his face that he felt really bad seeing him there. And then it cut to the credits, and that was the first episode of season 8. And holy shit, what a great episode! What a great episode! I really did thoroughly enjoy it, and I can't wait to see where they go. I will react tomorrow to the episode 2 promo, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. But this episode was fantastic. I really did love it, and I can't wait for this season. It's going to be sad when it's over, but you know, I'm just focusing on the fact that we've got 5 more episodes of absolute awesomeness, I'm hoping. So anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought of the episode. You know, what was your favourite scene? Was there some things in there that you didn't expect to see? Or was there some things in there that you hoped to see that you didn't? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you stuck through this long video, credits to you. And if you did stick this far, I take my hat off to you. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. You know, I'm trying to build up a following on YouTube. You know, it's something I'm really passionate about. It's actually kind of helping me in my personal life to focus on this. So I really do want it to, you know, take off. Nothing. I'm not saying, oh, you know, I want to be massive, but I just want, you know, I want to see some progress. So if you could do that, and you know, comment down below that you did. And if you have a channel, I might subscribe to you. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been your boy Invictus. Peace.